This is Native Oratory 2011 competition, and these feature leaders believe that they can change the world with their words. They represent cultures from all over Alaska.
I'm Yupik.
I'm Haida.
I'm American with European descent.
We will follow these competitors from behind the scenes to the spotlight, watching as the next generation speak inspiration in their native language. This is Native Oratory. The youth has spoken.
I think I was 9 years old or 8 years old when I remember going to the government school. And my brother and I were put in the same room. And we couldn't understand what they were saying. So naturally we talked to each other, and we would talk to each other in our language. I was put in a dark closet and kept there a good portion of the day. They would come and get me when other children from villages came and were only speaking Tlingit. They would come and get me because I was already starting to understand English. I couldn't understand why could I only talk the language when they wanted me to, but I couldn't talk the language when I wanted to. And at home, we had a grandmother who told us if you're ashamed of who you are, then you're going to stop your language.
When I was back at home, I just thought my language is gonna die out. It's not gonna die out. I could talk in English more. I don't have to pay attention to my language. It's not gonna die. It's gonna stay. But it's not. It's disappearing fast.
I grew up in Craig, Alaska, and our language is dying. Well, not even a handful of people know the language anymore. So right now, or back then, we used to be really protective over our language and our culture, our songs, but now anybody who wants to learn, we are up for teaching.
When you see Haidas and Chinkits, it makes you want to cry. I get jealous. Because you know what they do, what they really do. And for example, there are different ways of celebrating something, and first dance, they celebrate, but not where I'm from. When I first danced, I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry. It's just sad. I want to know my true culture. Who I am, where I'm from. What my ancestor did back in the day.
Oh yeah. I got interested in the Native Oratory competition from Colleen James originally, and so I had to learn my history, where my people are from, my name, my mom's name, my grandmother's name, where they're from, why is it called the Devil from Killer Whale Clan, why are we from the house of the brown bear. So much in depth that we don't even have to say in the oratory itself, but it's for ourselves, really.
I'm from southeastern Washington, Tri-Cities area. Yeah. In high school, you have the option of French, Spanish, Russian, and Chinese. Who gets the opportunity? So
So, yeah, I think that's how I decided to try to learn Tlingit. We couldn't survive without just one group of people. We have to. Everything is what makes it so beautiful. It's yeah.
There was this part in Hashagun, the movie that the speech comes from that I'm going to be doing. He said, white people and Tlingit people, he goes, "You are all my grandchildren. You are my motivation to speak. You are my reason for being." And I can relate to that in a lot of ways, that there's things that need to be addressed still so that our people can heal and so that our people can flourish and return to the strong ways that we used to have, fluent in language, and we wouldn't have to question ourselves.
When you hear Haidas only have 4 fluent speakers, what do you think about your own language?
It's scary. It's hard to imagine losing your own language. I'd be really scared.
How do you feel a native event like this being judged Western?
I think it's good that Native events are reaching through these institutions like that. It shows that the strength of our people is coming through all forms. But of course, along with a Western practice, there can be Western problems. And like I was saying, you can, we never used to compete. We would never compete with our words. We would heal with our words. We would uplift with our words. And you see that a lot in our old documentaries and our old recordings, and even today in our kuik, our feasts and our ceremonies. You see how we lift each other up like that.
You have to expect that the elders that are present are given an opportunity to speak, and they use a pretty traditional format where they will introduce themselves, introduce who their family is, and oftentimes that can take 30 minutes or more just to talk about where they come from and who their family is. But the other thing that the oratory process does is it shares our values. So they'll talk about things like the importance of passing on the culture, and the importance of our connections with one another. That's at potlatches, that's a really huge piece of it.
Mahalo. Payana. Kunishish. Paula. Ois. Thank you.
I want to thank the students for stepping up. This is probably one of the toughest things. I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to say it. Public speaking is the #1 fear in the world. And for these students to get up and speak in front of all of you today, woo! We're proud of you. You're going to do great.
You're going to do really good.
Thank you. Good luck.
Take it, Karina. Christiani Hoods, you have to stop. Cake up, Klinak, isn't dirty, you have to stop. Cake high, Yedi, a hat. Cake out, that's Hania hat. I knew she, that's Hania hat. Washed down corn, I hat. I hat. But it's geez, the boy. What a knock. The night The whole village celebrated the return of the boy at Kluk Week and danced with the staff, and he told them the story of the large mysterious people under the stray hats. Goodness, geez, so much.
Katstang die Norwegian. Gugitsta die Au Norwegian. What's the Yehini di Kian? Joe Yates Yatsini di Kian. Ralph di China Norwegian. Johnny Hung Norwegian. I think it went pretty well. Got a few of the judges crying. I don't think I read as well as I did yesterday, though. So hopefully got the message through, and hopefully it'll help somebody someday. Yeah. So I'm just waiting for storytelling. I was going to do oratory. Yesterday, Colleen told me I can do oratory because I won it last year. So switch everything. I was like, I'll do storytelling then. So I'm just pulling everything together for this. I don't know.
What should we do with this great big cedar log?
We made great war canoe, said the chief.
I feel really good. I really liked hearing Joe's story and listening to other people. It's really cool.
Nahan ayachat kit gushi hedach payu yadi ayachat jishkat kwandach ayachat kit gushi hedach ayachat payu yadi ayachat. And we share our bits of wisdom that we learn from our homes and respective communities, using Ha-Shinget Yukhatangi, our language, as much as possible.
So another one we have a tie for first in is Oratory between Charlene, Berlin, and Konrad Frank.
Shaaniéesh shaaniéesh yuchatu asab ka kayadu duchat. Kleka enach Konrad Frank yuchatu asab. A simple village boy learning to articulate what it is to be human. To be Tlingit from behind a book that tells me I have no history. Who am I? A gatherer whose skin resembles the dirt that another country has claimed to have found. But I don't see any evidence of bullets coming before arrows around.
Atqa Kasadun Charlene Berlin-Aanaq Yates Angoon. Kasigluk miunga. My speech is called Never Forget Who You Are. I desired big blue eyes with blonde hair. That was my idea of having acceptance from others who were not Yupik. We were viewed differently compared to a Kasak, a white person. I promised myself to try to forget my Yupik language and only speak English. I guess I wanted respect instead of being looked down to, just because the shape of my eyes and the color of my hair. I came to Juneau to continue my education. My second year in college, I happened to meet Wasastie and many others like him. I saw how proud they were and weren't ashamed of who they are.
I'm standing here, proud to say I'm Yupik.
So proud of this girl.
We even had some tiebreakers. I just want to thank all of you judges going through all these rounds with the students on this journey, and then doing it a second time for the tiebreakers. So judges, students, can you clap for your judges?
Very difficult to judge. It's really not our way. So it's very hard to say number 10, number 8, number 4.
I'm very proud of these guys again. If you're not hitting the mark this year, there's next year to do it.
We have like the best job because we can just squeeze everybody. Nahan. Can we bring all of our storytellers forward? Very proud of you folks. First place, Mr. Jogi. Beautiful. Thank you. Second place, Miss Charlene. Oratory is speaking to issues. These are Native students speaking to Alaska Native issues. Nahan, third place. Okay, it's down between these two. We had some students, and I should have mentioned this in the other category too. We had some students who had to do tiebreakers. And this was one of the categories, oratory. And so the judges who had to do the tiebreakers, thank you, because I know these students touched your hearts. I know all of our students did, but definitely this round. Second place, Charlene.
Well, I'm very proud, and no matter how many times I hear them, the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. And I think of how proud the ancestors are that the language is being carried on.
I'm Haida.
I'm Yupik.
I'm American with European descent.
I am Haida and Tlingit.
I'm Simchian.
I am Yupik.
Tlingit Hatsiti.
I am Tlingit.